Alright, aloha, my name is McKell Allen, and I am doing my presentation on Yo-Yo Ma. This is a picture of him. He is a world-renowned cellist, and why I picked him is I actually grew up playing the violin. I played for about 4 years in an orchestra, and so I have a taste for classical music. I love classical music. I listen to it actually quite often. I love listening to soundtracks and just anything like that. And by far my favorite instrument is the cello. I think it has the most beautiful sound to it, and it produces the most beautiful pieces out of any instrument. And Yo-Yo Ma has such a gift for it. He is so amazing with the cello, and I've always loved listening to his music. I just think he's absolutely amazing. So it's easy for me to pick him to do this project, and I got to learn a lot of cool, interesting facts while making this PowerPoint, and I will share them with you. So first off, the history of Yo-Yo Ma. He was born in Paris, France on October 7th in 1955 to Chinese parents. First off, when he was very young, he actually began to play the violin, and he tried the viola as well. But what he really wanted to play was the bass, but he couldn't handle it because it was so large and he was so little. So he gave that dream up and just stuck with the cello, which was big, not quite as big as the bass, but he just leveled out for that. And he actually stuck with the cello, and at only 4 years old, he began playing with his father. And not soon after that, his family moved to New York City, and he actually had his first recital at the age of 5, so he was quite the prodigy. And by the time he was 7 years old, he had already performed for John F. Kennedy and Dwight D. Eisenhower at the White House. Later on, he graduated from Harvard University in the year 1977 with a bachelor's, and then in 1991, he received an honorary doctorate from Harvard University. Yo-Yo Ma's career, he actually has a main cello that he uses, and it's been nicknamed Petunia. It's a very old cello from the year 1733. It's very valuable and is a very exquisite cello. And how it got the name Petunia is he was in Salt Lake City, Utah, and a young girl approached him and asked him if his cello had a name, and he told her no. And then Yo-Yo Ma said to her, he says, "No, it doesn't have a name, but if I play you a song, will you name my cello for me?" And she said, "Sure." So he played her a song, and after he was done, she said, "Petunia," and that really stuck with it, and so its name is still Petunia today. And something else I saw was that he was in New York City, and he accidentally left his cello in a New York City taxicab, and it was missing for quite a while, and it was quite a scare because that's very valuable, and it was his cello, I'm sure. He had some attachments to it. But it was returned later unscathed, which is nothing short of a miracle. Yo-Yo Ma has also worked with John Williams on a number of soundtracks, like 7 Years in Tibet, Memoirs of a Geisha, I think it's Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And John Williams is a very well-known composer, and Yo-Yo Ma's worked with him on a number of movies. He's also received many awards, and he has over 75 albums, and 15 of them have received Grammy Award winners, which is amazing. And also, he is a recipient of the International Center in New York's Award of Excellence. Yo-Yo Ma's most recent work, he's been working with a group. They are called the Goat Rodeo Sessions. It's a group of 4 men. You have Yo-Yo Ma with a cello, and then a bass player, mandolin, and the fiddle. And they're actually very interesting to listen to. They just came out with an album last year, 2011, yeah. And I actually really like their music. They're very unique. It's more of a modern kind of classical music, and it's very fun to listen to. They really put a spin on the normal classical music, and it's quite fun to listen to. I have a clip that I will show you here. So that's more of his recent work, and I really like that. I think it's really fun to listen to, and I like watching Yo-Yo Ma play because he really seems like he's really enjoying what he's doing, and like he's having fun with the music, and I really like that, what they're doing. It's kind of like folk music mixed with classical. It's very interesting. So, performances. Some of the big performances he's done in his career. He performed a duet with Condoleezza Rice at the presentation of the 2001 National Medal of Arts and National Humanities Medal Awards. Also, September 11th, 2002, he was the first one to perform at the site of the World Trade Center. He played music while the names of those who were deceased in the Twin Towers the names were displayed, and he played for the people there. Also, he played with Sting and the Mormon Tabernacle Choir at the opening ceremonies of the 2002 Olympics. Also, he performed at the inauguration of Barack Obama on January 20th, 2009, and he performed Air and Simple Gifts by John Williams. More recently, October 16th, 2011, he performed at the memorial for Steve Jobs. And he's played for many important people throughout his life and at very big events. In this picture you can see he's playing for Ronald Reagan. I believe it's in the White House, so he's really played for important people. Everyone really enjoys listening to his music. He's also had quite a few media appearances. And I actually didn't know this, but he's been in many children's series. He's been in Arthur, Sesame Street, West Wing, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, and also even The Simpsons. And I thought this was quite funny because I loved Arthur growing up, and I always watched Arthur. And I came across this picture while doing the slideshow, and I remember this episode, but now I can put it together. That's Yo-Yo Ma, because I didn't know who that was when I was younger. And you can see the other picture there is with Elmo, so he's been in quite a few of children's series. And also he was on the Colbert Report as a guest and performer on October 27th, 2008. Touring. He does a lot of touring all over the world, and tickets to see him range from $150 to $600. That's the average. But you can also get tickets well up past $1,000 for a nice seat in a very exquisite theater. So they're quite expensive. A lot of people try and go. Tickets usually sell out fast because he is so famous. And he has over 20 concerts in just the next month and a half, and he travels quite a bit, and he travels all over the world, not just the United States. This is another fact I thought was pretty interesting that I didn't know, but Yo-Yo Ma, he was named a peace ambassador to the UN, the United Nations, in 2006 by Kofi Annan, and President Barack Obama honored him in 2009 by appointing him to the President's Committee on the Arts and Humanities. And I actually had no idea about that, and I thought that was really cool. There's a picture of him with President Obama. So for his personal life, he married his longtime girlfriend, Jill Horner, a German language professor, in 1977. They have 2 children, Nicholas and Emily, and that's the picture on the bottom of their family, him and his wife and his Nicholas and Emily. They reside in Winchester, Massachusetts. And to end this, I chose this video because by far it is my favorite song to hear Yo-Yo Ma play. I love this piece. I think it's beautiful, and it's perfect for the cello. And he executes it so well, and it's just a very good song. Well, there's no sound with it. I just really love that piece. I don't think anyone plays it near as well as Yo-Yo out of anyone that's ever tried. And thank you for watching. I hope you got to learn something about Yo-Yo that you didn't know. And I enjoyed making this. And aloha!